Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome along to the Traction channel. Hope you're all having a nice day and getting ready for the weekend. We have a few hours left of this week, though, and I thought now felt like the right time to get this Dirt Rally career mode concluded. Many of you have been watching this series unfold throughout. We've done a couple of streams now. It wasn't initially intended really to be a full sort of mini season, let's call it, but I was revisiting Dirt Rally and I thought let's do a stream where we revisit Dirt Rally because we were doing a video all about the story surrounding Dirt Rally, its development, an interview with Paul Coleman, etc, etc. And then, I don't know, we started playing around with career mode. I realized basically that I still had my career mode save from about a decade ago. Not quite a decade, but maybe 7 or 8 years ago, where I'd been making my way through. I got up to the Masters Championship, which is the final difficulty level of the Rally career mode, but I remember specifically never winning a Rally Championship. So we embarked on a bit of a journey to try and win just one title in the Masters difficulty level of the career mode. And today we are on to the final round. It is, I believe, Rally Finland, and I am up against it a little bit. We'll see if we can view the standings. So here you go. Events completed 5 out of 6. We're currently second place in the 2010 series. And if we go on to our information here, you can see that we've got a little bit of work to do because we are 10 points behind Rapp, which is, yeah, stressful. We're miles clear of third place, but basically I need to go out and first of all win this rally. That goes without saying. I need to come first in this rally. And Rally Finland is very, very difficult on Dirt Rally because it's so easy to just get a jump wrong or place your car wrong or get slightly off balance and end up in a rock or a ditch or a tree or all three and lose valuable time. Hello Pishbot, welcome back as always to the stream. Glad to have you along with us again for this finale. I can't remember if you were here for both of the last two, or the first 2 episodes, let's call them, of this. But you can see our season results. And we had third in the first episode, third in the first event, which wasn't actually on stream. That was something I did while capturing for the main Dirt Rally video that inspired this little stream series. And then in the 4 events we've done on stream, we've come second, first, and second. Meanwhile, Rapp has also done as well as possible in basically every single event aside from me. So Rapp has come first in all the events that I haven't won, and he's come second in all the events I have won. We need a remarkable turnaround on this last round. We need Rapp to essentially hit trouble, maybe a crash, maybe a puncture, maybe just be a little bit slower than some drivers around, and we'll see if we can overturn a 10-point deficit and win our first Masters Championship. Amazing. You've been on so many streams, I couldn't remember specifically which ones, but that's awesome. So you're in this. You're committed for the long haul, and hopefully some of the other lot of you that are watching are also in here for the long haul. And yeah, I think what I want to do. Should I do a little shakedown just to make sure the controls and everything are working? I probably should. So before we get fired into this, because we're just doing one round today, and I remember saying in the past that I need to essentially do a little bit of a warm-up, or it takes me a little bit of time to get into it. I think in the previous 2 streams I was always better in the second rally of each stream. I felt more comfortable. So I think what might be a good idea is just do one little kind of shakedown stage to get us comfortable. We'll do a short stage. This is literally the one that's come up first. Yrkisjärvi. Is that good pronunciation? Absolutely not. And we are, of course, going to go back to our trusty VW Polo Rally and see how we go. Hey, Overpowered, welcome along to the stream. I've bought Dirt Rally 1 recently and I've not had nothing but issues. Ooh, okay. That's not so great. So I've actually switched wheelbase since the last stream. So before this, I was using the Simucube 2 Pro wheelbase, and now I'm using Simucube 3 Pro. And what I would say is the force feedback is not great. It really isn't great. I have kind of played around a lot with settings to find the best possible feeling with the force feedback. But I remember this game feeling better on older devices. So when I used to play on a Logitech G29 or even a G27 with this game, when I used to play maybe on a Fanatec direct drive, some of the older wheelbases that are a bit less fancy are actually, they feel more optimized for this game. I think because of all this fancy new stuff, like the wheelbase I've got on the rig here, I don't know if it's basically confuses the game, because there's an independent steering wheel, there's independent gears, there's independent pedals, independent bass, and I don't know if the game can sort of recognize what that is collectively and give you good force feedback. So I do get force feedback, but it isn't very good. What I've had to do is basically turn the power right up in my Simucube software. I've had to turn on a lot of mechanical settings, like some damping, some... what's the other one? Not inertia, but basically some damping and some friction, I think it is, to try and give me a little bit more feel. And then I'll show you what settings I've got in game. If we just go... well, let me just, first of all, load a setup. I've got a Finland setup here. Firm springs, which will make a big difference to speed, but will make it incredibly sketchy. You've got a Moza, yeah. Okay, so the Moza stuff's also quite modern. Like, I don't know when Moza first released direct drive wheelbase, but I'm pretty sure it was quite a long time after Dirt Rally 2.0 released. Let me just show you what I've got here. So I'm not convinced, and I might be totally wrong, I'm not convinced the game knows that I'm using a steering wheel. I think it might think I'm using a gamepad, based on what it says here for steer left and steer right. You've got the little LS button rather than a steering wheel. I know Dirt Rally 2.0 shows like a little steering wheel, so it's difficult to know. But I just have a sneaky suspicion it thinks this is a gamepad, but can still give me some force feedback. In the vibration settings, this is what I've got. So I've got these things turned pretty low, because they just give me a sort of weird feeling. And then I obviously bang it right up in my Simucube software. And honestly, it doesn't feel great. I'll be honest with you, it still doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel as good as I remember it feeling on the old Logitech, but it's good enough for me to be able to drive. So all I can say with the Moza is, apologies, it's not feeling great for you. Honestly, play around, maybe try these 3 settings. Try banging up your force feedback to like the maximum. I think I have mine at like 22 Newton meters or something. It definitely doesn't, it feels like 3 Newton meters, trust me. It doesn't actually make it really strong. Be careful with it. But for me, I've got it all the way up to like 22 Newton meters. I've got, I think, the damping, mechanical damping on about 10%, mechanical friction on 20% or something like that, which I don't usually run, and then I'm just kind of getting used to it. So hopefully that helps a little bit. I'm sorry it's a bit vague, and I'm sorry I can't give you a happier answer like, oh, it's amazing, you just have to do this and do this. Hopefully the internet will help you a little bit. But I will, like, don't expect this game to feel like a, you know, as good as an EA Sports WRC or an AC Rally or something like that, if you're used to newer rally games. It's really unnatural. It's unnatural for me too, right? Even when I jump back into this game, having played anything else, it feels unnatural. But then after you've done 5 or 6 stages, suddenly it begins to, like, I get into the flow with it. And suddenly my, 300 hours or whatever it is I've played on this game years ago comes back to me, and I find that rhythm. So part of it is just getting comfortable with it and getting used to it again. So yeah, hopefully you can get the hang of it and enjoy it. I find Dirt Rally 2.0 a little easier to get back into, but it's still not perfect. Right, let's do a little, we'll call it the shakedown stage. It's out of career mode because I just really want to make sure the controls are working.
3, 2, 1, go. 200 through there.
Now, as I say, Rally Finland is a challenging one because Rally Finland in this game is probably the stage that feel least forgiving. Like, there are pace notes that are a little bit challenging. Like, sometimes it'll say 4 left and it feels like a 3 left, and there'll be a massive rock on the outside, and you have to pay such close attention to those pace notes. You have to kind of take it a little bit cautiously, I would say. And it's just so easy to drift and slide out wide. And over these jumps as well, you need to position your car right. You need to be facing the right direction, because if not, you have absolutely had it and you're in the trees. We cannot, in this rally, afford a puncture, so we need to try and stop the car from sliding out and, clipping a log or a rock. We can probably afford, well, depending on how fast we are, we can potentially afford at least 1 or 2 small mistakes, maybe a spin, maybe a 15-second reset, but based on the previous rallies that we've done in this career mode on the Masters difficulty, I even think that could be a stretch. Like, I think we might just need to be absolutely flawless to win this rally. And with these stages, it's a little bit like it's been for some of the other rallies that I've done on the stream series, which is I am semi-familiar with the stages from memories of playing this game and from Dirt Rally 2.0 for those that carried over. That's what we need to avoid, because that can easily result in a puncture. I have like a vague memory of these stages, and certain bits I remember well, and then there's other full stages that I just have zero recollection of, or I have no idea what corners are coming next. and that's where you're going to get really caught out at Finland. So during the actual rally, I am going to have to be absolutely dialed in to my pace notes. This bit I remember because it's quite distinct. Oh, and then you run wide into one of those ditches, and you either get away with it or you get chucked up into a roll or spun around so easily. And the slower corners, your 2s and 3s, if you just go in slightly too fast and you get a bit of understeer, it is just impossible to get it back online. The cambers really don't always help you. Sometimes it's amazing, but a lot of the time it's properly sketchy. Also, overpowered, make sure that you, in terms of your rotation, I would say maybe your steering rotation's already right, but I would stick it at either 480 or 540 for Dirt Rally. And turn the visual steering wheel off in the cockpit, because that will definitely put you off as well. But you probably already have that. Ooh. Okay, shakedown complete. Oh, hey, Sorta. No worries at all. So I have not seen this. I know that Tom's been away in the States, so from a Traction editorial perspective, we have been absolutely flat out. And I know Martin, my colleague, has been working on a game review, so Ross has basically been holding the fort for all of our news. So there's a good chance that Ross will have received the email. He might not have had a chance to look into it yet, and I definitely haven't heard about it, but it's because I think Ross has basically been writing about many articles a day, let's say, and keeping the Traction website going while Tom's away and while Martin is busy with the review. So thank you for flagging it, and I will definitely check in with him on that when I next get the chance. So appreciated. But no, don't apologise. It's absolutely fine. All good. Right, shakedown finish. We were first by 11 seconds, but I don't think the difficulty on... I don't know if the difficulty is as difficult when you race in a stage like this compared to career mode. But let's see. Let's see how we go. Yeah, that's totally fair. Totally fair, overpowered. Right. Career mode. Let's do it. Yeah, you can send me an email. You can send me an email, john@traxion.gg. Simple as that. And then I'll be able to see it. Okay. Championship. Here we go. Just a reminder for anyone who's just joined. We are 10 points behind Rapp, so we need to beat Rapp, but we also need Rapp to finish outside of the top 2. I can't remember how many points are at stake. I should probably find out. But if it's anything like the Formula 1 point system, then we need Rapp. Even if Rapp finishes 3rd, we would tie, and I don't know what happens. I honestly don't know if I would win the championship or not. I would have, at that point, we'd have the same amount of wins as well, so I do not know how the game would decide whether we win or not. So that would be fun. That's if Rapp finishes 3rd. Which has not happened this whole season. So we're very much up against it. We've got an event in progress, apparently. Ah, okay. It is Rally Finland. 12 stages. First stage looks dry. Then it looks like we've got... Oh, no, 0% chance of rain. Is it no rain for the whole thing? Oh, it's no rain for the whole rally. Excellent. Much appreciated, Sorta. Hey Mikutzer, welcome along, welcome along. First stage of the final rally of the season. Try not to spill my water everywhere. Alright, Paskuri. Paskuri is the first stage. It's a short stage Rapp should be in the Volkswagen Polo. Lysenko in the Fiesta. I just don't know if the Fiesta's quick enough. I think that might be the problem. Lysenko is as fast an AI driver as Rapp. I'm sure of it, but Rapp's got the fast car with this championship, and I think that's why Lysenko's struggling. I know Lysenko's also had loads of punctures and all sorts of stuff. Event information. So 12 stages. Looks like no rain, but that one is at night time. Kotajärvi is night time. We've got a long stage second as well. Basically, with these Dirt Rally Championships, if you're new to this, there are 12 stages per rally in the game. 2 different long stages that are done all the way through, then done in reverse, so that's 4 stages, and then they're also each split in half and done both ways, so that equals another 8 stages, and then you get your 12 stages. So the championship in this runs every single stage on the game. Okay. Let's do a shakedown. This time we're doing an actual shakedown, so this is the start of the stage that we will do as the first stage of the rally. So I need to look after the car, because damage will count, and I just need to learn essentially the first sector, get comfortable. And we'll see where we are pace-wise.
1, go, and keep right over 2 crests, 40. Left 5 over crest jump maybe, and left 6 over crest, 200 past junction crest, right 6, half long through there.
Very, very fast start to this rally. It's going to be 6th gear, absolutely flying, and this is just shakedown. Okay, basically, oh no, this is a huge jump now. I could go absolutely flat out over these and possibly survive, but this is exactly the risk that I don't know if I can afford to take, especially at the start of the rally. Okay, that's it. Literally no corners. Okay, excellent. I remember this section of the rally as well, because there's just this flat out run that you've just seen, plus a bit before it. If you do the full stage, is just like the longest section of no sharp corners, and it is such high speed. Okay, I think we're good to go. I was going to say as well with the setup, I did mention it earlier, but I've kind of downloaded a recommended Finland setup from Steam, and I did try. So basically, the suspension is fully firm, which is surprising. You think you'll need fairly lenient suspension at Finland for all the jumps, but actually, it's more sketchy. The car is properly twitchy, and it's difficult to control at certain points, but it is a lot better through the corners. So we're going to run with it, and I need to win, so nothing to lose. Hey, Lewis, welcome back. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a nice Friday. You've joined just in time for the first stage. 7.5 kilometers. Need to survive it, need to get a rhythm, see the speed, but also need to keep up the pace, because we've seen in the past with some of these rallies, it comes down to like 1 or 2 seconds. It's incredibly close with the AI, so it's a balance of pushing, but also getting comfortable, getting dialed in, and not making any big mistakes, because we might be faster than the AI, we might not be. Let's just see.
5,
Okay, stage 1.
4, 3, 2, 1, go, and keep right over 2 crests, 40.
It's a very fast section to start off with. I'm going to be concentrating quite hard on these stages and paying attention to all my pace notes. So there will be sections where I am just completely quiet. This is such a... Oh no. An insanely fast start to the stage. Lost loads of speed there, but almost didn't survive. That's a cut I didn't mean to make. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we were the only committed car through the first sector because we're 6 seconds up, and I wasn't that committed. So the AI are pretty scared of that sector, I think. But we need all of those seconds. Corners later than I thought it was going to be. Didn't want to take any chances. With blind crests. So many blind corners that you just got to pay so much attention to the notes for.
middle over big jump, into right 6.
Scared over all these bits.
Crest, 40, left
Oh,
5.
for that reason.
Keep right through dip, crest. Left 4, tightens over
Nope.
bumps past junction. 60, left 4 long, opens and continues past
Nope.
junction.
No, okay, little spin, that's okay.
It's the rear right flank.
Oh no, I've got a puncture. Go, go. That's a bad start. We need to make it to the end of this one before we can change that tyre. And I've literally got a puncture on the first stage. That is a nightmare. We were green as well.
Right 6, don't cut. Left 5 over crest, jump maybe. And right 6 through dip past junction crest. Left 5 into crest. Right 6 don't cut.
We need to make it to the end without changing it. But we're almost there, so just gonna have to take a time loss straight away.
Jump maybe. Right 6 through dip. Crest 60, right 3.
Can't believe it. First stage, and we get a puncture like that. And it was quite innocuous, I thought, as well.
40. Middle over crest jump. Right 4. 60.
Unreal.
Left 5 over crest jump. 80. Left 3 half long over crest past junction. Crest. 100.
You can hear the metal scraping. We just need to
Left 3 opens over crest.
minimise the damage, and hopefully we get the new tyre. Hopefully we've got a spare on us and we get a new one for the next stage.
80. Left 4 half long. Into crest.
Can't remember how it works on Dirt Rally compared to Dirt Rally 2.0.
Crest. Right 3 long. Crest. And crest 100. Left 6 over crest, don't cut. 40. Right 4 keep in. 130. Finish.
Okay, finish line. Please get to the finish. Look at that. First stage we get the puncture, but thankfully we got it towards the end. We've lost a bunch of time, but pace was good at the start. Rapp is fastest. I really hope we get a new tyre. Oh. Stressful, really stressful. The thing is though, I can't afford to get too down if I have a bad run, even if I lose like 20-30 seconds at some point, just because I essentially need Rapp to have an issue anyway, right? I can't afford Rapp to finish second. I need him to finish third or fourth, or even, you know, something outside of the top 2 at least, maybe even outside the top 3. So therefore, if I'm going to win the rally, or if I'm going to win the championship, I'm essentially also trying to fight for best of the rest other than Rapp, to hope that Rapp then has an issue, if that makes sense. So it's all, there's a lot of confusing elements at play and variables, but to start off 16 seconds off Rapp is not great. To survive a stage with a puncture and get to the end is okay, and hopefully that's me getting out of the system. I thought I was taking it nice and easy as well, but clearly not easy enough. It's the usual. Anyway, we're 8th after first stage. Hamalati next. Hamalati is, I believe, a long stage, and let's hope that I've got let's hope that they've given me a new tyre. Let's hope we were carrying a spare. Can I view the rear? No. Right, fingers crossed we're not starting on a puncture, because that would really hurt us.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 200 through dip. Right
Okay,
6
I think we're good.
100.
I think we're good.
Left 4 half long over crest jump.
Right, full concentration to make some of this time back now.
Middle over crest jump maybe.
So I'm going quiet. I'm going quiet Zen
Middle over
mode.
crest 80. Left 5 half long over bump. 40. Care right 5 over crest jump. Continue through dip. Small crest. 40 past junction. Left 3 long. 100. Crest jump. Right 6 over crest jump. Times 5 long. 40. Keep left over crest jump.
Oh,
60
throttle cut out completely there.
Middle over
That was
big
weird.
jump. And left 6, 100 through dip. Caution crest jump maybe. Left 6, 60 turn square right, don't cut. Into right 5 long past junction, times 4. 40. Left 5 long over bump, times 4.
First sector could have been worse. Not perfect, but safe and rear green, which is important, of course.
Left 5 over crest jump maybe, don't
Very
cut.
weird that I had the throttle count on me though.
4 over crest, don't cut.
Oh.
40, crest, left 6, caution middle over big jump, left 3 half long, opens over crest, 80, right 5 long over 2 small crest,
now red. I'm just taking it a little cautiously, but I'm not super confident in where I'm going.
Right 3 half long tightens and opens over crest. And right 6. And caution, left 4 over crest jump, maybe, don't cut. And line into caution, left 4 over crest jump, 40, left 3, long over bump, 60.
That's the sort of corner you gotta watch for.
And left 5 half long, 60. Right 3 half long, opens over crest, 80 past junction. Left 6. Into right 6 through dip. And care left 2. Into right 5 over crest, 100. Crest. Right 4 half.
Sometimes, for some reason, I'm not getting my shifts every time either. I don't know if I've got gearbox damage, or if that's just the game not picking up my inputs every time.
Care, crest jump into right 6 through dip. And left 4 over crest. And left 4 long, crest. 120.
Kind of feels like sometimes I'm not getting my steering input either for like a split second. It almost feels like, as if the steering goes straight for a second. And obviously you can't see that because we're not looking at the steering wheel in the game, but I'm wondering if I've got a slight sort of input thing going on here. I'll maybe do some unplugging after this stage and just make sure I've got no interference on anything.
Crest jump, 40. Left 4 over long crest, 100. Right 6 over jump, continues for 100 over bump, 100 past junction, crest, and small crest jump maybe, 40. Middle over long.
Right, this is the fast bit, I think.
Keep right over 2 crest, 40. Left 5 over crest jump maybe.
5 seconds off though.
And left 6 over crest, 200 past junction, crest. Right 6, half long through dip, into crest, and crest jump maybe, 40 past junction, crest, and keep left over crest, and middle over crest jump maybe, right 6, 150 over bumps past junction.
Keep it all as straight as possible.
Crest jump, and middle over big jump, into left 6 past junction, 60, middle over crest jump, into middle over crest jump, 130, crest past junction, and left 5 continues over 2 crest, and tight, 100.
That was better than the first stage.
Crest jump maybe, left 3 continues
Bit more committed.
past junction, don't cut.
And we've made up 4 seconds.
Crest, 40 past junction, right 5 over crest, don't cut, opens and tight 4, long, don't cut, and left 5 long over bridge, don't cut. Crest, 130 crest jump. Into right 3 half long. Into left 3 long, opens, don't cut. Into crest jump maybe.
Alright, come on.
And
We need to get green on this stage, ideally.
Past junction, crest. And crest jump maybe. Left 5 keep in. 40.
I need to not make the same mistake as I made last time on this part of the stage.
Left 4 opens over crest.
Can't remember where it was,
And
but I think it was near
right
here.
over bump.
A couple of sectors before the end.
Left over long crest jump maybe. 40. Caution right 6. Middle over big jump. Into right 6. 40. Crest. 40. Left 5.
Nose heavy landing.
Crest. Left 4 tightens over bumps past junction.
I think this was it here. This left 4 here.
Opens and continues
Yeah.
past junction.
Much better.
Crest bump. And right 4.
No idea what I did different, but it worked.
And left 6 over crest. 80. Right 6, don't cut. Left 5 over crest jump maybe. And right 6 through dip past junction crest. Left 5 into crest. Right 6 don't cut. Left 5 open over crest. 40 through dip. Keep right over crest jump maybe. Right 6 through dip. Crest. 60 right 3 long and crest. Left 6 over 100. 40.
Couple of stabs on the brake and the throttle each time.
Jump, right 4, 60. Left 5 over crest jump, 80. Left 3 half long over crest past junction, crest, 100. Left 3 opens crest, 80.
4 seconds
Right
down
6
though.
over crest jump, 80.
Haven't done a huge amount wrong on this stage, other than just not obviously pushing 100% hard for understandable reasons.
Right 3 long. Crest, right 3 long. Crest. And crest, 100. Left 6 over crest. don't
Masters
cut.
difficulty is so challenging.
Right 4
Without any restarts, it's just psychologically so intense.
130 to finish.
Nope. Oh, that's the finish of the stage. No, 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 no. Ah, relaxed too early. It was the final corner. I thought I've got this. I'll nail it through the final corner. Oh, I need a service. That'll hurt the car. We're third on that stage. Wow, okay. I lost maybe 5-6 seconds right at the end. So stupid. Oh. What is going on? This game. Anyway, we're up to 5th. 25 seconds off the lead now. Rapp was beating me even with before the crash at the end anyway. Where am I going to find the pace? 25 seconds. It's on a completely clean run like it has been in the past. I'm there. But you just one mistake and that's you. If you give me just a wee second, I'm going to move something around here and see if I can... I might actually save and quit now just to be safe in case I accidentally disconnect something. And then we can make sure it's working by testing offline rather than testing by starting a stage, if that makes sense. So give me just a small second. I think I've worked it out, guys. The power cable from my wheelbase wasn't fully in. It was like slightly being pulled out. So what was probably happening was the power was just temporarily going out. So I was sometimes just losing steering input and sometimes losing shifts. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Hopefully that's what it was. And now I can just get back into it. But before I do that, let's just go in a custom event and make sure that everything's working. That would have been terrible. But then I think we probably could have restarted the stage if that happened. Like, I'm definitely not against restarts for like technical issues or anything like that. Even though I'm trying to keep it authentic for the actual challenge. So we'll see. Lewis, I have not watched that yet. I have not watched it yet. Yeah, fingers crossed it's that anyway. Let's just see that everything's still working. But that would explain why I'm getting some inconsistencies occasionally, which might have been... It was throwing the stability through a couple of those faster bits.
1, go. 200 through dip. Right 6 long, 100. Left 4 half long over press jump.
I mean, there's always a little bit of lag, but that seems to be working
Middle over press jump
fairly well.
150 through dip. Middle over press, 80. Left 5 half long over bump. 40.
Okay, at least we're still working.
Right 5 over press jump. Continue through dip. Small press. 40 past junction. Left 3 long.
Okay.
100.
Right. Before we actually... We'll just let that happen first. Get a little roll out of our system. And we'll try again. Hope you've all had a good week anyway. What have we been doing this week? I mean, I recorded a podcast with Ross, which you may or may not have seen on the More Traction channel, because the Toms are in America, so we had a bit of a laugh doing that. Ross's first time on the podcast. A little bit of a Scottish takeover, and an excuse basically just to talk about sim racing, rally games, stuff like that, so that was fun. Of course, Race Room was a big one. If you haven't seen it, we have a Race Room content video on the channel. We got our hands early on next week's Race Room update. We were able to try out the new cars, the new tracks. I told a little bit of a story about Adria, which is a kind of an obscure race circuit that no longer is open or operating in any way. So that was a lot of fun. And that's basically been the majority of my week. And then, other than that, working on some more stuff for a video that will be coming at some point soon that I think you guys, if you enjoy this series specifically, you are going to enjoy the video that I'm working on right now, but I don't know when it's going to come out yet because we've got a lot of capturing to do for it and a lot more writing to do as well. So we'll have to wait and see. Right, back in we go. 25 seconds to catch up on it. Oh, great, excellent. Nighttime stage, Cotta Järvi at night, and hopefully I have a service. But my car is going to be pretty ripped up from that last corner. I'm so annoyed that I committed too hard for that last corner. I just thought, oh, I know this corner, it's going to be fine. Very pretty sky. We do have repairs. Oh, it's not good. We need lights. Suspension we definitely need suspension. Drive shaft, gearbox. Everything's quite important. Let's be real. Engine is obviously important. But we can't afford to take any penalties. So, let's put the radiator at 98. Can we take anything else up by 1? No. It's gonna have to be this. It's okay. It's not terrible. Ooh, nice one, Lewis. Could be, could be. We've just done our obviously rally focus video, but and that's quite specific. But I mean, it definitely sounds interesting. I'm also wanting to know, like, what if we do more rally streams in the future? We will do more rally streams in the future, of course. We cover everything, so there'll be lots of racing stuff and rally stuff, of course, as well as everything else. But I want to hear if there are any other rally games you want to see us play, or, you know, maybe... I did have an idea. I would like to do at some point another nostalgic trip, but basically go to DiRT3 and do like a DiRT3 career mode playthrough. I think that would be really fun and very nostalgic for anyone who played that game. Similar sort of era to this, really. It came just before Dirt Rally. But yeah, that would be great. So I want to do that. I'm wondering if we want to do anything on Dirt Rally 2.0, if we want to do anything on AC Rally, or wait for more updates, wait for bigger updates to come before we do some streams on that as well. So plenty of stuff. BeamNG Rally, absolutely want to look into that. New York Vice, welcome back to the stream, by the way. Hope you're having a good day. So yes. Okay. Should we do it? Dark stage, which is terrifying, and the AI are probably going to push, so I'm probably going to lose. But let's see. At least I've got lights. Okay. And I cannot afford crashes. I cannot afford crashes. Okay. I don't even know what stage this is. I should have looked at the little map, but here we are.
5,
We'll work it out.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 4 times 360 past junction.
No, I cannot see anything.
Right 5, 80. Left 3 half long past junction, don't cut.
Are my lights... Maybe it's because I've got the actual real lights on my face for the camera, but I cannot see a thing. My headlights are not working very well. Oh, they were on. Oh, this is impossible. This is hard in the light when you know the stage, let alone when it's dark and you don't remember it. Where are we going? Oh my. Alright, it's pure pace, no reliance.
Small crest. Left 5, crest jump maybe. Right 4 half long, opens over crest jump maybe. Into left 6 continues over 2 small crests, 130. Right 5 over crest, 100. Left 5 over crest continues.
Why are my wipers on? I don't want wipers! Forgot the pace note. Where are we going?
Right 5 long, don't cut, crest 80. Caution crest, turn left 4 deceptive, 60 through there. And right 6 over crest. Clear. And middle over long crest, into left 6. Into right 5 over crest, jump 40. Left 5 half long, and crest. And left 6 continues for 150 over bumps.
I'm looking at my stream screen on the left, and I think you guys can see this road better than I can right now, because you've not got the lights on your face. 4.
Middle over crest jump. Into left 6 half long. Over crest jump maybe 80. Caution turn left 3 over crest accepted.
Whoa, turn left 3 out of nowhere. 11 seconds down, but honestly that's as good as I can do right now.
Right 6. Into left 5 half long. Times 3. And right 3 over crest over 60. Long crest. And crest. Left 6 80.
Oh, that's tight. We're gonna lose more time again here.
60. Caution left 4 long over crest. Times 3. Don't cut. Stay mid 60. Right 4 over 80. Don't cut. 40. Middle over long crest. Into right 4. And left 4 half long. Over crest jump. And crest. Into left 4 times 3 past junction. And right 5 over crest. And left 4 long past junction. Don't cut. Times 3 long. And right 4 half long. Opens the finish.
Oh my goodness. What? How? How is anyone... I'm 20 seconds slower than Rapp on that stage. 20? That's crazy. I know I had the spin, right? But... that's so rough. I didn't expect it to be that difficult in the dark. I don't remember it being that difficult. In all honesty. Whew. Lysenko has found the pace all of a sudden. But you guys have seen this, right? If you've been here before, you know how this goes. We know that other drivers are going to have issues. We know there's going to be radiator problems, punctures, retirements, suspension issues. So I need 10 points. If Rapp has a DNF, I need 10 points. So it's not over by any stretch. And part of me is just saying, you know, if I'm in the mix with Rapp, if I'm able to beat Rapp on pace, he's probably going to finish the rally. If I'm like struggling, mired in the midfield or towards the back, that's when something magical is going to happen. Because at that point you think there's no chance. Of course I could be talking nonsense, but I remain hopeful. Where do you need to finish for 10 points in Dirt Rally? I need to... If it's the Formula 1 point system, and I can't remember if it is, what position do you need to get 10 points? 4th? 4th or 5th? We're currently 6th. But I know I've got better pace than 45 seconds off because of the puncture, because of the dark. I just don't want another dark stage. Please, no more dark stages. If it goes dark, I'm turning off the lights, and we're doing this dark in person as well, so I can actually see the stage. And I was only joking, but actually no, I think I need to do that, honestly. When's the next dark one? Yeah, there's 2. Nariyarvi and Iso Oxyarvi. Unbelievable. I forgot to look at the stage again. Jyrki-Sjärvi. This is the one we did in the shakedown, is it? No. I can't remember. Anyway, it's a stage. Let's rally. Hey Parkhaber, welcome. I need your speed. I need your consistency. I need your skill. Just nip on down here. We'll turn the camera off and you can Daniel Apt for me all you like.
5,
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. 200 through there. Right 6
I don't think I'm going to get that gap back on pace already, so it's going to be like, how far up the order can I get? I can't afford to drop further though. I need 10 points minimum.
150 through there. Middle over crest, 80. Left 5 half long over bump, 40. Hair right 5 over crest jump, continue through there. Small crest, 40 past junction, left 3 long, 100. Crest jump, right 6 over crest jump, times 5 long, 40. Keep left over crest jump, 60 bump.
The stiff springs do working their magic there.
Right 6 over crest, 80 through there. Caution crest jump maybe. Left 6, 60 turn square right, don't cut. Into right 5 long past junction times 4.
Bit too hot into there, but it's okay.
Left 5 long over bump tightens 120.
I think this was our little pre-rally shakedown stage.
Hair line over jump 60. Left 5 over crest jump maybe, don't cut. 80. Right 5 times 4 over crest, don't cut. 40. Crest, left 6. Caution middle over big jump. Left 3 half long.
It's been a nightmare so far, Parkhammer.
Right
Not quite gone our way.
Small crest, 100. Caution left 4 over crest jump maybe past junction, don't cut. 150. Right 5 long over crest jump maybe.
Still not getting all my gears, which is interesting.
Into left 6 long over crest, 40, crest jump maybe 130, left 4 long over crest, 250, 9 through dip, right 3 half long tightens and opens over crest, and right 6, and caution left 4.
Car's not in perfect nick either after the damage I've given it, so I need to also try and get to the end with minimal incidents to try and basically allow us to fix the car fully. Not do that. Tree. Don't puncture. Thank goodness. Got away with it. I think. I'm going to read your comments after.
Press jump into right 6 through dip and left 4 over crest. And left 4 long, crest, 120, small crest, 80, caution middle over big jump, 80, right 2 half
I don't trust middle over jumps.
Right 5 over 100.
Oh, that worked.
Into middle over crest, 200.
Shouldn't have taken that much risk, honestly, without knowing what was on the other side.
Long crest, 100, right 6 over jump, continues for 100, over bump, 100 past junction, crest.
Right, the comeback begins. 5 seconds of green. Repairs coming up. Yeah, it wasn't fast, but it was slick. I have been away. I've been away. Putting rust upon rusty ability with more rust is rusty. We win the stage. Rapp is second. I'm still hoping Rapp has a problem. Sorry, Rapp. Don't wish ill on an opponent, but an AI opponent, I do wish ill on. 40 seconds off the lead. 5th place. We're in position where if Rapp DNFs, we would be in championship position. I can't rely on it. I'm going to try and get up to second at least, and that's our first stage win. I just think 40 seconds to Rapp, when sometimes I could be like as fast as possible and still be slower, is going to be a nightmare, unless he has a problem. Kontinuarvi is next. It is 15 kilometers. It's a long stage. It's the big one. It's not dark, so that helps. That definitely helps. it wasn't bad, Lewis. It wasn't bad. But I was more... like, I got lucky that it worked, because if I'd have committed to that jump, because it was a 2 right, so I knew there was a 2 right coming, and I just committed to it and hoped the jump was far enough back from the corner, and it was perfect, but yeah. So, yeah, okay, that makes so much more sense. That makes so much more sense. I did not realize Järvi meant lake, honestly. I didn't realize that. I know that Järvi is everywhere in this rally, and in Finland in general. Jyväskylä. So, NY Vice, yeah, the sense of speed in this game seems way faster than Assetto Corsa Rally. I think it's because it is a faster sense of speed, but it's also because you are driving faster in this game than Assetto Corsa Rally. This is like, you know, if Porthammer, for example, was to drive a really fast stage, like a world record pace on this game, it would be faster than a realistic stage. It would be faster than Elfyn Evans or Ogier would drive through the stage in real life, because Dirt Rally 2.0 is a slightly accessible rally game. It's still much more difficult and challenging and authentic than what came before it, and non-kind of sim-focused rally games, but it isn't quite there for authenticity with your AC rallies or your RBRs. So the reality is you are usually driving faster in Dirt Rally than you would be in real life, and the way the car behaves and the grip that you have and everything, the way under braking, it's all much more, you are just faster, right? So the sense of speed is higher, but you are going faster than you would be in real life, and it's a combination of those things, really. But I think the game looks great, though. I still stand by the graphics of this game, and I stand by the way it feels when you play, which is really cool. No, I know, don't worry. That's why I love Assetto Corsa Rally so much, because it's like, wow, this is the real deal. Like, this is properly challenging, and you have to really think your way through every single corner rather than just kind of throwing it and hoping. Can we get a full repair? Let's go for crew recommendations. Not quite full. We're still quite a long way from full for some of these things, but we're going to go with the crew recommendations. Okay, long stage. Let's see what we can do. Again, it's a balance. I can sit here and say, oh, I'm going to push really hard and close the gap, or I can sit here and say, I'm going to take it easy and just make sure I look after the car and get to the end and we should be quick enough. The reality is I have no idea what I'm going to do, because no matter what I try to do, things just take over and things just happen, as you will have seen. So it's kind of pointless me predicting it. Let's just drive and see what happens. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 6 over crest.
What will be, will be.
Left 4, keep in, 40. Right 6 over crest, don't cut. 100, 2 small crest. Into left 3 long, opens over crest. 40. Crest. Left 3 long. Crest. Into right 4 half long. 60. Left 6 over crest, jump maybe. 80. Right 6 times 3 over crest. 100. Crest past junction, right 3 over crest, keep in. 80. Crest. And right 5 over crest, jump. 60.
Those threes are really sketchy. Can't get caught out by a 3 right or a 3 left.
Right 6 long over crest bump past junction. And right 6. Crest jump maybe. And left 3 long. And crest. Left 6 through dip and crest jump. And right 6 over crest times 5 past junction. Left 6, don't cut. Crest.
Still feel like my car is not 100%. Like it just doesn't feel quite there.
And right 5 over crest jump maybe. Stay right. Left 6 don't cut. 80. Right 6 over crest. And left 4 long.
I remember back in the day when I knew these stages, I would just send it through the section like flat out, straight lining it all, knowing exactly what was coming up. Those were the days.
Opens over 2 crests. Keep left through dip, crest. Right 5 past junction and crest. And left 6 through dip to middle over crest, 40. Keep right over long crest, jump maybe. Left 6 over bump and crest. Care right 6 times 4 over crest, jump maybe. Into left 4 half long, don't cut, 40. Right 5 past junction, keep in, over crest, jump. And caution, left 4 half long, keep in, over crest, rocks on exit. And crest jump maybe, into right 4 long times 3.
This has been alright so far, not great, but not bad. Slow, but no major
Into
mistakes.
crest jump maybe. 130 past junction, crest. Right 5 long, over bridge, don't cut.
Out of the
Left
ditch.
4 long past junction, opens and times over crest, don't cut. 40 past junction, crest. Right 3 don't cut. 100 past junction, crest. 100. Right 4 long, opens over crest, past junction.
Alright, this is a big, I remember this is the long fast section that we've done in reverse a few times.
Jump maybe. Into middle over crest jumps. 60.
Still not getting all my shifts, so there's still a slight issue there with my inputs for whatever reason.
And crest jump. 150 over bump past junction. Bump left 6. Middle over crest jump maybe. And crest.
And I've got no stability with this suspension on the car right now.
Junction, crest jump maybe and crest into left 6 through dip, continues over crest. 200 past junction. Right 6 over crest.
Watch for dodgy bounces.
Right 5 over crest jump maybe. 40 keep left over crest. Middle over crest and middle over long
Nope.
crest.
Nope,
Jump
nope,
maybe.
nope.
40. Full crest jump maybe and crest 100 past junction. Left 6 over bump and
Could have been
continue
death.
100 over jump. Right 4 over long crest. 40. Crest jump 200. Middle over crest into left 6 over 100. Left 2. 100. Crest jump 80. Small crest 120.
Okay, we survived it.
Crest.
Not the fastest, but no death.
5 times 4 and opens
Yet.
over crest. And left 6 through dip. Into crest jump.
Just keep neat and tidy, keep the car
Caution, long crest
on the
jump,
gravel,
medium left 4 half
keep it
long.
pointing relatively straight.
Crest jump. Crest 100. Left 5 over crest into care right 2.
That was so close. Oh!
And
Wow.
left 6 through dip. Into right 6. 80 past junction. Left 6 over crest. Times
Scary
3
stuff.
half long. 60. right 5 half long, and left 5 long, over crest, 60, right 3 long over bumps, 40, caution right 4 over crest, stay right, and line, into right 4 over crest jump maybe, don't cut, 80, care left 6 long over crest, and left 3 half long, open to pass junction,
Again, a little bit lucky.
250, line through dip, right
Nope.
4 long over crest, 130,
Getting caught out by blind corners.
crest jump maybe, 40, care right 6 over crest bump, into left 6, 200, left 5 long over crest jump maybe, keep in, 150, care right 4 over crest jump maybe past junction, don't cut, 100, left 5 long over 2 small crests, 80 long crest, right 3 half long, caution middle over big jump, right 6 crest, 40, left 4,
Where's the big jump?
over crest, don't cut,
Oh, there it
80,
is. There it is.
right 5 over crest jump maybe,
Done
don't
some
cut,
radiator damage on that
60,
landing. Bit nose heavy.
line over jump 120,
You pick up damage on this stage without hitting anything. That's Finland for you. And probably a lack of soft suspension.
2 turns, square left long, don't cut, 60, right 6
Oh,
past
no hairpin yet.
crest, 80 through dip,
Thought that was a
left
hairpin.
5 over crest, 100,
We're green though. Stay focused.
right 6, and care middle over crest jump, and bump, 60,
No last corner
care
mistakes,
right over
please.
crest jump, 40, left 5 long, keep in, opens over crest, 100, right 4 long past junction, 60 over small crest, care left 6 through dip and continues over crest jump, 40, right 5 half long, 80, middle over crest,
Nope.
150 through dip,
That was more of a corner than I
crest jump,
expected.
200, right 4 half long, over crest jump maybe, 100, left 6 long, 200 through dip to finish.
Almost there. Please get me to the red boards. Whew. That was a good one. A couple of good stages in a row now. We're getting the flow. Another win. And it is, of course, Rapp second. Of course he's second. It's very, very... Let me start that again. Too much adrenaline. Okay. It is very, very forgiving compared to Assetto Corsa Rally in terms of how much speed you can get away with in certain corners, how late you can brake. Definitely. The handling model or the physics system in Dirt Rally, the way I've got it set up anyway with my wheel now, that maybe isn't the best for it. I think it's honestly this game is better suited to wheels that were around at the time. It does not feel forgiving to drive. So I feel like I'm always on the edge of a massive crash. And if I just get out of line, I could be in the ditch, I could be on my roof, I could be in the rocks, I could have a puncture. And it's so easy to get out of line because the steering is quite vague, like I'm kind of floating around on the surface a lot. So you'll see like on straights where it's just straights and jumps and straights and jumps. In some other games I can be totally planted and I know where I'm going to be. In this game I'm almost like, I'm sliding around on the straight, not sure where the car is going to be because it's quite numb underneath me. And that makes it a big challenge. And if you start losing the car, it's very hard to get that back as a pendulum. So it is definitely more forgiving than AC Rally from an authenticity point of view. But the handling model itself isn't, I wouldn't describe as a forgiving experience. Hopefully that makes some sense. Okay, we've closed the gap. We're actually only 33 seconds off Rapp now, back up to P3. So, I mean, is it possible to pull that back on pace? Probably not. But that's 2 stage wins, or maybe 3 stage wins in a row now. So we're getting there. We're getting there. But I still, as I say, I need Rapp to drop behind Lysenko. At least Lysenko's giving Rapp a challenge for once. I just don't think his Fiesta is fast enough. We have another long stage, 16 kilometers, Kakaristo. No service yet. So it's going to be 2 long stages before a service. That's not good for our trying to get the car to 100%, let's say. But this is the halfway point in the rally. If I can win this stage by a reasonable amount, my fan's almost out of charge. I'm going to get that plugged in. If I can win this stage by a reasonable amount, maybe we'll get back in the mix. So 2 seconds. Right. Kakaristo. Stage 6. That's not good. Why have I got lots of steam? That's scary. Alright, my car's overheating. Excellent, we've got a long stage to go. I didn't even have any crashes on that stage, it's just damage. Oh. It's just these front hits, like, and I feel like it's, it builds and builds on top, because the more you get damaged, the less you can repair, and the more you've got to prioritize, and then you get more damage because your car's more exposed. It's like a perpetual cycle. I'm only halfway through, so how do we look after the radiator? I don't know. Maybe I'll lift off if I'm mid-air. Maybe we'll try that. See what happens.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's going to affect performance, though. We've got some steam, I would imagine.
Bridge into 2 small crests, 60 past junction, right 6 times the 4 of the crest, don't cut, 80, crest up, into left 6, 60, care left 3 of the crest, don't
Maybe
cut.
try it bouncing off the rev limiter a little bit less, maybe, as well.
And right 6 times the 4 of the crest, jump, open, second continues for 100, over bump, crest, 80 through dip, crest, jump maybe, 40 past junction, left 4 of the crest, jump, and crest, 130, right 6, and right 3 over crest, opens long, and crest, 2 crest jump maybe, left 5 long over crest jump maybe, and crest past junction, 40, caution right 4 over crest jump, 60 past junction, left 4 half long over crest, into crest, 60, right 4 over crest, 100 past junction,
Scary stage.
right 4 over crest jump maybe, into bump, 40 crest jump maybe, into bump, and left 6 over crest jump maybe.
Okay. That could have been way worse. I don't know even what happened.
Continues for 150 over bump.
Don't know if that was a steering thing or if that was just me, but
60.
it was gone.
Right 5 over crest jump maybe, opens long, 100, keep right over crest jump, and line over crest, and crest jump, 60 past junction, keep right over long crest, into caution right 5 long past junction, times 3 don't cut, crest, 80 past junction,
Just got to be careful because he's tightened to 3 and I don't know where they're going to tighten. So you've got to anticipate it or else you're off.
60, right 4 continues over crest, opens and times 40,
Ignore the split.
5 half long don't cut past junction, 80, middle over crest jump, 80 past junction, left 5 long opens over crest past junction, 40, 5 over crest jump don't cut, small crest jump, into middle over crest jump on 80 past junction, right 5 past junction,
I was going to lift over jumps, wasn't I?
into right 6 over crest jump, 100 bump, and caution right 4 over jump, 100, left
It's just
4
habit to leave the foot
60
absolutely planted.
over crest, into right 5 long, 40, middle over crest jump, 60 past junction crest, jump maybe, 80, left 6 over crest jump maybe, 60 past junction,
We're getting better now.
caution left 6 over crest down, into left 3 half long, keep in, 60, right 5 over crest, 80,
Losing time.
right 4 over crest, opens over bump, 60, left 6 and middle over crest jump, into left 5, and right 4 long, middle over crest, and left 4 over crest, 80, right 4 long over crest, don't cut, 40, left 6 times
Terrifying part of the stage, this.
60,
Wish I knew where I was going on this one.
tight, 150,
I just remember this stage rings a bell as catching me out a lot.
40, right 5 times 4 crest, and left 5 over crest, 40 past junction, crest, and left 5 half long, 60 past junction, right 4 times 3, 60 past junction, right 5, 80, left 3 half long past junction.
Still losing time.
130, caution, crest jump maybe, into hairpin right, don't cut, 80 past junction, and 4 half long, keep very in. 40,
Not great.
crest, right 4 on 100, right 6 over crest jump maybe, 100 past junction, left 3 half long past 200. Through dip, middle over crest. Right 6 half long, 80.
Still dropping a lot.
Caution left 4 over jump, 80. Caution left 4 over crest jump, don't cut past junction, 40.
Just pay attention to my pace notes here and not worry about the time loss, because if I try and push for everything to try and stent that, I'm going to crash.
Over crest, small crest, left 5, crest jump maybe. Right 4 half long, opens over crest jump maybe. Into left 6, continues over 2 small crests, 130. Right 5 over crest, 100. Left 5 over crest, continues through dip. And crest jump maybe, past junction, 80.
Horrible landing.
Right 4 over crest, tightens 3, long, 80, over bump. Left 6 tightens 3, over crest, long, 60 crest. Jump maybe, into bump. Right 5 long, don't cut, crest,
Nope.
80.
Oh, could be worse.
Caution crest, turn left 4 to
Got an orange warning light on the engine now as well,
right 6 over crest,
probably from the radiator damage.
dip, and middle over long crest, into left 6, into right 5 over crest, jump, 40. Left 5 half long, and crest, and left 6 continues for 150 over bumps. And crest, jump maybe, 80, small crest, jump maybe, 60, middle over long crest, 80, right 5 long over crest, tightens 3, 100. Right 6 half long, 60, left 4 don't cut, open 6, and continues for 130, and tightens 5 over crest, and opens middle over crest, into right 4 long, don't cut, and crest, 60 crest, and middle over crest, into middle over crest jump, into left 6 half long, over crest, jump maybe 80.
I've got to stop thinking about Rapp and focus on Lysenko now. I've got no option, can't chase.
Right 6, into left 5 half long, tightens 3, and right 3 over crest, don't cut, 60, over long crest, and crest, left 6 80, caution right 6 over long crest, jump maybe, 60, caution left 4 long over crest, tightens 3, don't cut, stay mid, right 4 over 80, don't cut, 40, middle over long crest, to
Close.
right 4,
Every single sector other than sector 1 is red.
opens crest jump and crest into left 4 times 3 past junction and right 5 over crest and left 4 long past junction, don't cut, times 3 long and right 4 half long, opens the finish.
Wow, it's a one mistake stage, one mistake. Maybe I was struggling a little bit with car performance, but 20 seconds gone, and that was, I mean, I'm pretty sure the second half of that stage is what we did in the dark, and maybe it's not the dark, maybe it's also just that stage, but I mean, Lysenko even 15 seconds faster. Again, we've actually dropped down behind Wojciech to 4th place. For any of you who've been here since the start, do you remember what I was saying, where I had this recollection of this career mode being easier for some rallies than other rallies, so therefore you have to maximize your points. And I remember saying something like, I'm good at Germany, I'm pretty good, I mean, Wales I surprisingly won in Wales. I thought I was going to be really struggling in Finland and Sweden specifically, which were the final 2 rounds. Sweden I did better than I thought. Clearly in Finland I've got the odd stage where I've got potential to win, and then there's stages like this where, I mean, even with a perfect car, I think I'd still be 10 seconds off anyway. Ooh, challenging. You've got to take all the points you can when you can get them, basically. And the thing that's crazy, I'm going to come back to the Jonathan Wheatley stuff. The thing that's crazy to me is that in every rally so far of this championship, like, Lysenko's had no luck. Lysenko has dropped the ball so many times with either mechanical issues or punctures or suspension failures, and dropped so many points to the fact where Lysenko, I think, is like 5th or 6th in the championship, maybe worse. Rapp has had a perfect run, like not one single issue for the AI of Rapp, and that's what makes it so difficult. I just need him to slip up once, or for one thing to go wrong in that car. But now I need to catch Lysenko, so that if Rapp does drop back, maybe to 3rd or 4th, I need to win the rally. So, Yeah, Rapp, 100% Rapp is the GOAT. That's what I said right back at day one. And it's dark. We're going to have to turn the lights off. Wheatley actually left Audi. Wow. So that's happened. That was, I mean, they must have known. For that to become public, that they were chasing Wheatley, must have known that that was going to happen. Because I don't think Aston Martin would... that information wouldn't get out there unless they were pretty confident. I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to turn off some of these lights that are facing me so I can see the stage better. Because I swear I couldn't see a thing last time. So we're going to do that right now. I forgot to unmute myself. We're going full nighttime spec. We're going full ambience mode, so I can actually see the screen. And you can kind of still see my steering inputs, so, I mean, you don't want to see my face anyway. This is probably a glorious benefit to the lot of you. Yeah, I think Wheatley's going to have to be away for a while, right? Surely. He can't just come straight in. There's going to be a gardening leave. We need radiator. I mean, all of the repairs. I mean, look at that. Just to get radiator up to 100, turbo engine 94. We've left so many things broken. What's the crew recommending? Ugh. Painful. Do we go with the crew? Do I trust the crew? You kind of got to trust the crew, don't you? Let's do a night stage then. See if I can see a little bit better in this lighting.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. That's correct. 100 past jump.
I can tell you straight away that the answer is yes. I can see a lot better.
And continue for 100 over jump. 100, right 4 over long crest. 40, crest jump 200, middle over crest, into left 6 over 100, left 2. 100, crest, jump 80, small crest 120, crest, and right 5.
Lysenko is the new challenge here, not Rapp. We need Rapp to do his own thing. We're just going to focus on trying to get second place in this rally.
Into crest jump 100, caution long crest, jump immediate left 4 half long, crest jump, crest 100, left 5 over crest, into care right 2. And left 6 through dip, into right 6, 80 past junction, left 6 over crest, times 3 half long, 60 right 5 half long, and left 5 long over crest.
I didn't expect damage to play such a big part in this rally when I'm not... Obviously I've had a few big crashes which wouldn't have helped, but I repaired the car pretty well early on. It's just wear and tear on the car from the hits.
Jump baby, don't cut, 80, care left 6 long over crest, and left 3 half long, opens past junction, 250 line through dip, right 4 long over crest, 130.
My visibility is 10 times better, guys.
Crest jump maybe, 40, care right 6, long over crest, bump. Into left 6, 200. Left 5 long over crest, jump maybe, keep in, 150, care right 4 over crest, jump maybe past junction, don't cut. 100, left 5, long over 2 small crests, 80, long crest, right 3, half long, caution middle over big jump, right 6, crest, 40, left 4, half long, long crest, don't cut, 80, right 5, over crest, jump maybe, don't cut, 60, caution line, over jump, 120, right 4, long, over bump, and tight, 40, left 4, long, opens, into turn, square left long, don't cut, 60, right 6 past junction, crest, 80 through dip, left 5 over crest, 100.
We're not far away. Hopefully we're faster than Lysenko.
Middle over crest jump, and bump, 60.
I'll drop more.
Keep right over jump 40, left 5 long, keep in, opens over crest 100, right 4 long, past junction 60 over small crest, into left 6 through dip and continues over crest jump 40, right 5 half long 80, middle over crest 150 through dip, middle over crest jump 200, right 4 half long, over crest jump maybe 100, left 6 long 200 through dip to finish.
Okay, we've gained a little bit back, 2 seconds off. I'm going to try with one light on for the next one, just to see if that helps, not the one facing me. We're quicker than Lysenko, 1.4 seconds, it's not much, but it's something. And we're now within 25 seconds, or almost 25 seconds. So it's still a long way, but obviously our pace difference is bigger. So we need another stage where we gain like 10 seconds, and boom, we're there, or thereabouts. Okay. Right, we've upped the light count to 1. Let's see if this is okay as well. Straight into the next stage. I should have looked. I keep forgetting to look at which stages these are, because sometimes you can kind of remember a little bit of what stage it is by the squiggle on the map. I don't remember their names, so I guess I'll just have to we'll just send it and see what happens, and we'll pick up our first familiar thing when we get to it. I think it's another short one, though. I'm hoping it is. No, we can't view it from there. Right, straight onto it then.
5,
it is a short stage. Okay, get that repair done straight away after this one.
1, go. Left 6 over 100 past junction, 100 over bridge. Into 2 small crests, 60 past junction. Right 6 times the 4 over crest, don't cut. 80 crest bump. Into left 6, 60. Care left 3 over crest, don't cut. Into crest jump maybe dip, and right 6 times the 4 over crest jump. Opens and continues for 100, over bump, crest, 80 through dip, crest, jump maybe.
It's a scary stage is what it is.
Left 4 over crest jump, and crest, 130. Right 6, and right 3 over crest opens long, and crest, 2 crest jump maybe.
It's not a 3 right.
Crest jump maybe, and crest past junction, 40. Caution right 4 over crest jump, 60 past junction, left 4 half long over crest, into crest, 60. Right 4 over crest, 100 past junction, caution right 4 over crest jump maybe, into bump, 40, crest jump maybe, into bump, and left 6 over crest jump maybe, continues to 150 over bump.
Photographer out.
Times 5 through dip, crest, 60.
We're going to talk about WRC coming to Scotland later. That's amazing.
Right 5 over crest jump maybe, opens long, 100. Keep right over crest
No
jump.
feeling underneath me at all.
Crest, and crest jump. 60 past junction, keep right over long crest. Into caution right 5 long past junction, times 3 don't cut. Crest, 80 past junction.
But when does it tighten to 3?
3 over crest don't cut.
Tell me, Paul.
Right 4 continues over crest, opens and tightens 40.
I need Richard Burns or Elfin Evans style pace notes.
Past junction.
Give me all the
80.
data.
Middle over crest jump, 80 past junction. Left 5 long, opens over crest past junction, 40.
Whoa.
Over crest jump, no cut, small crest jump.
Throttle went away there again. That was weird.
To middle over crest jump, 80 past junction. Right 5 past junction, times 4, keep very in. Into right 6 over crest jump, 100 bump. And caution
Maybe it's
right
car
12
damage.
Over jump 100. Left 4 long, 60, keep left over crest. Into right 5 long, 40, middle over crest jump. 60 past junction crest, jump maybe 80. Left 6 over crest jump maybe 60 past junction. Caution left 6 over crest.
More photographers.
Into left 3 half long, keep in 60. Right 5 over crest 80.
I feel like we're going to be very close to Lysenko again with this time.
4 over crest opens
Nope.
over bump,
Nope.
60.
Stay out the trees. Stay out the ditch.
Left 6 and middle over crest jump. Into left 5. And right 4 long, middle over crest.
Where?
And
Nope.
left 4 over
Nope.
80.
Nope.
Right 4 long over
not often do I say this, but I want my Logitech G29 back.
Left 4 half long past junction 40.
Which is a great wheel, by the way.
4 crest. And left 5 over crest. 40 past junction.
Nope.
Crest. And left 5 half long. Finish.
What a challenging stage that one is. Okay, 3 minutes 30. Lysenko, too fast. We're not even going to finish top 2 at this rate. I have some stages where the pace is there, and I'm just hoping there's more of those to come. What can you do? 1 minute 5 seconds off of Rapp, so the charge for the win is gone. It's absolutely a charge to, I mean, first of all, stay in third, but if Rapp DNFs, which is what we kind of need at this point, or a big problem for Rapp, we might be okay anyway. So it's that balance. I just need to. What I definitely cannot afford to do is drop below 5th. That's the worst thing. I need 5th to guarantee, or is it maybe even 4th? Maybe I actually need 4th to guarantee the championship if Rapp scores no points, which is a complete shot in the dark. And I think that's it for nighttime stages. So I think I might go and turn my light back on. Yeah, it looks like we've got a kind of morning, or the afternoon. Sorry, the afternoon is breaking for Kylie Yarvi. Go get that light on. Yeah, so I like Dirt Rally. So in terms of visuals, I like Dirt Rally 1 and 2.0 a lot when they moved to Unreal. Obviously don't know what background on how it was to work with, but I think it looks good. Yeah. I really like how the Dirt games perform, to be honest. The only issue I've had is Dirt Rally 2.0, some replays on certain stages, for some reason, are really laggy. I don't know if it's like a frame rate drop with certain angles. There's one in Poland in particular when it's looking down on the kind of industrial section of one of the Polish stages where you're going around buildings and stuff. And for some reason, for me, always that camera just lags hugely in the replay. That's how pernickety I have to get to kind of pick flaws with Dirt Rally 2.0 and its performance. Okay, let's get this thing repaired. What are we looking at? It's actually a lot better this time. So that was a good couple of short stages there to help us with the car. But even with the short stages, we're still nowhere near having a completely flashy new car. Turbo is not doing great either. But we've got 4 stages to make up 31, 32 seconds on Lysenko. So what's that like? We need like 8 to 10 seconds a stage, basically. Unlikely. But let's try. Let's try.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 6 over crest.
Almost jumped the start.
130. Left 4, keep in, 40. Right 6 over crest, don't cut. 100, 2 small crest. Into left 3 long, opens over crest. 40. Crest. Left 3 long. Crest. Into right 4 half long. 60. Left 6 over crest.
In certain situations, the car's got so much grip, I just want to be able to trust it, because I go way too slow, it feels like, in some of the corners. But I also know that if I go in too hot a lot of the time, it catches you out hugely and you never get that grip back. So it's a really difficult balance of slowing down before the corner to make sure you don't madly understeer and slide off. But also you want to carry a lot more speed through these 3 and 4 corners, because the car does grip at times if you get the right angle. So it's an impossibly difficult challenge to sort of gauge your pace, unless you know the stage is absolutely off by heart and you know every bump and what it's going to do. I'm going to stop talking because I realise I'm not paying attention to the notes well enough.
Into right 5, left 6 through there, and right 5 over crest, jump maybe, stay right. Left 6, don't cut, 80, right 6 over crest, and left 4 long, crest, and right 6 over crest, past junction, continues and tight, 4 long, 60, right 3 past junction, opens over 2 crest, keep left through dip, crest, right 5 past junction, and crest, and left 6 through dip, to middle over crest, 40, keep right over long crest, jump maybe, left 6 over bump and crest, care right 6 times 4 over crest, jump maybe, into left 4 half long, no cut, 40, right 5 past junction, keep in, over crest, jump, and crest, jump maybe, and
That could have been a monumental crash.
over crest, rocks on exit, and crest jump maybe, into right 4 long times 3, to left 3 half long, into crest jump maybe, on 30 past junction, crest, right 5 long over
That could have
bridge,
also been a lot worse.
left 4 long past junction, opens and tightens over crest, no cut, 40 past junction, crest, right 3 don't cut,
Oh, more corner that I didn't realise was coming.
junction,
The car is just not pulling very well. I feel like I'm down on power.
opens over crest,
And I've just fixed it as well.
crest,
Maybe I need more turbo.
middle over crest jump maybe, into middle over crest jump, 60, caution right 6 past junction, into middle over big jump, and crest jump, 150 over bump past junction, bump, left 6, middle over crest jump maybe, left 3 it feels flat.
Oh, I've got a flat tyre.
40 past junction, crest jump
Now's not the
maybe,
time to have a
and
puncture.
crest into left 6 through dip,
Nope, it's gone. It's gone.
left 3 it's gone.
Oh,
Right
it's
6
falling
over crest,
properly gone.
and caution right 5 over crest jump maybe, 40 keep left over crest, finish.
Where did I get the puncture? I guess I did take a big left rear hit at some point. I can't remember exactly where. Lysenko finishes 4th, so that is 13 seconds back. That was a good one. Rapp still going. Very annoying. Sorry, Rapp. We're running out of stages for you to mess things up here. To give me a title. I desperately want this title. We're now actually under 20 seconds behind Lysenko. When did I take a rear left hit? I cannot remember. I'm sure I did, though. I remember taking a right rear hit. Anyway. 8,000 meters, so an 8-kilometer stage. Järvenkila. Stage 10. 3 stages to go. Running out of time. Please, well, thankfully we found out earlier we get a puncture repair for this stage. So we should be okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 40, left 5 half long, times 3.
No shift again.
3 long over crest, continue past junction, don't cut. And left 5 over crest. And right 3, 40 crest. Into caution crest jump maybe. And right 4 half long, tight. And left 4. To middle over long crest. Into left 4 over 80, don't cut. 60. Caution right 3 long, stay mid, tightens over crest, 60 long crest, jump maybe. Left 6, 80 crest, right 6
It's another short stage.
And crest 40 through dip, left 3 over crest, don't cut. And right 3 opens long, into left 6.
I'm definitely feeling... should I even say this? I feel like I'm now driving better than I was at the start. I'm more in the rhythm. I've kind of warmed up a bit. Even though the car seems to be struggling a bit.
Into middle over crest, and crest, 60 crest, and left 3 opens long, don't cut. Into middle over crest, and right 5 opens over crest, continue to 130. Tightens 4, don't cut. 60.
It's feeling very tired, this polo, sorry. Tired of my nonsense.
100. Left 4 over crest, opens long, 60. Middle over long crest, past junction, crest, 60. Small crest jump maybe 80 past junction. Right 6 over crest jump maybe. And continue to 150 over bump and crest. Into right 5 over crest long, 40. Left 5 over crest jump, keep in, 60. Right 6, into care, left 6 over long crest and dip. Left 6 over
Full
crest
commitment.
jump maybe, and caution crest bump and turn right 4. Crest 80, small crest, and left 5 long bump. Into crest jump maybe, and right 5 long, tightens 3
We're still green.
80, over bump and small crest, jump maybe.
No big mistakes now, please.
And left 4 tight, 3 over crest, 80. Care crest, jump maybe, past junction. And right 4 opens over crest, 80 crest. And left 5 over crest, jump maybe, 130.
Nope. That's a small mistake. We're okay with that.
Continues over 2 small crests.
Just don't give me a puncture, please.
And left 4 half long, crest, jump maybe. Right 5 half long, and small crest 80 over crest. Right 3 over crest over cut. And left 5 long time.
It's going to hurt our chase for Lysenko, though. Every second counts for that.
Right 4 past junction over crest, jump maybe, don't cut, 80. Right 4 over jump, 80. Left 6 half long, middle over crest, 200 through dip. Caution braking, middle over 2 crests, and turn square left, don't cut. Into middle over long crest, 60. Middle over crest jump, maybe 40.
Just no acceleration. I can see that the speed is just not rising like it has been when the car is in good condition, basically. So we're maybe a bit better through the faster stuff because you don't have to kill your momentum as easily. But it's the slow speed stuff and the acceleration I think I'm lacking.
Jump maybe 130.
Very close to that inside signpost.
Long past junction, don't cut, 80. Left 5, 60 past junction. Left 3 over 60. Right 5 half long.
Near the end of the stage. Are we going to be quicker than Lysenko? We're quicker than everyone, so the answer is yes. But how much quicker? One more service to go. You can see the damage. 6 seconds quicker than Lysenko. So the gap continues to come down. Rapp's still going. 2 stages left for Rapp to get it wrong. Please, please give me something. I want to win a championship. We're now 11 seconds behind Lysenko. With 2 stages to go. Maybe one long one, one short one. Maybe a bad... I don't know if it's good or bad for us. We'll have to see. Because that's the thing. I honestly feel like I can drive the same on every stage, and some stages I will lose by 15 seconds, and some I will win by 15 seconds. We've got a short stage first, Oksala, and then we've got a long stage, Pitkäjärvi, which is... Let me just quickly check if we've done that. Any of that. No, I can't check fast enough. Okay. I shouldn't be looking ahead. I'm trying to look at previous stages to see if I was quicker on the smaller sections of the same stages to see... to give me an idea. But of course I haven't done... Hang on a second, let's just look at the itinerary here. We have this Oksala stage we haven't done once yet because Pitkäjärvi is the same stage but with an extra half tied on the front. So how did we do on the first half of the next stage when we did it before? So I just need to find it. It's the reverse of this one. Actually, no, is it this one? Oh, it's the one we just did. I think. Did we win that one? Oh, yeah, we won that one reasonably... a couple of seconds. That's the one we literally just did. Okay, so these final 2 stages are a new one, which is not good, and then literally the stage we just did plus the one we're about to do. Okay, I get it now. We'll just have to see what happens. Our exhaust is hanging off. Let's go with crew recommendations. I think it's the best way to go. Trust in your crew. Don't try and be a hero. Or do we try and be a hero? Do we need 98% suspension? I know suspension's very important at Finland, but do we just go for a little bit of turbo? I mean, it's 2%'s not going to make a difference, is it? No, we'll just go with the recommendations. It's not going to make a difference, really, is it? 2% on a turbo is not going to make any difference if we're losing suspension. Welcome back, the Markness. Good to see you again. Yeah, I can feel you. I can feel you with the stress. It's a very rewarding stress, though. Very, very rewarding stress. But yeah, we've only got 2 stages now for Rapp to fall apart and for us to try and close in Lysenko and see if we can do anything about this championship. Yeah. We can change it, though. What do you think, Park? What do you think? Because my exhaust is pretty scuppered. I mean, do we get rid of anything that's not going to give us speed at this point? I don't want to get rid of too much radiator because the radiator, I think, protects the engine. So maybe we go 92. Gearbox. The gearbox is... I mean, I can't do all my shifts anyway, so let's get rid of the gearbox. Take a little bit down. Let's just take it down. Let's just put more on speed, right? Don't need any brakes. Do we need wheels? I mean, we really do need wheels. 92 is fine. Let's just give ourselves some exhaust and some turbo. I mean, I say that 89 and 84 isn't exactly exciting. Let's go for 90 in case the multiples of 10 make a difference to performance. Let's just go all out on that. I mean, there's nothing to lose, really, is there? Yeah. All right, perfect. Thank you for the reassurance. 2 stages to go for this championship. Can we do anything? Probably not.
5, 4,
But let's see.
3, 2, 1, go. Right 4
Thank you.
press,
Appreciated.
press, and left 4 open to 40.
Full concentration
Right
again.
4, half long past junction 150. Left 3 over crest 60. Right 4 opens over crest 40. Left 4 long over crest, don't cut 80. Right 4 over crest and middle over crest. And left 4 long and right 5. It's a middle over crest jump. And right 660, left 5 over bump, tightens 4 over crest.
The steering is all over the place.
100 bump. Left 5 over crest 60. Right 3 half long, keep in. Into right 6 over crest 60 past junction. Right 6 over crest
Okay,
jump.
I need to push less because I could really ruin my rally here. Taking too many risks.
40, left 5 over crest, tightens 4, into right 6.
I need to be there if there are any surprises from the AI. I need to be there.
Half long 100, small crest jump, left 4 over crest and bump 100, left 6 over crest jump, into left 3 don't cut, open past junction, 180 past junction.
Thought the 3 was coming up earlier than it was.
Caution middle over crest jump and small crest jump, right 5 over crest jump, don't cut 40 crest, right 6 times 4 half long, 80 past junction middle over crest jump 40, right 5 times 4 don't cut past junction, crest bump, and left 4 half long over crest, open long and tightens over crest 60, care right 4 times 3 long over crest, don't cut 80 past junction crest, left 3 don't cut past junction, opens over crest.
Just wipe out the fencing.
Crest jump and line over crest jump maybe, and keep left over crest jump 80. Caution left 6 long time for 4 over crest jump. 60 crest, right 4 opens over 2 small crest, opens and continues to 150 over bump and over crest jump maybe and bump. Into crest jump maybe 40 bump. Into caution left 4 half long over crest, jump back on exit 100 past junction. Left 4 opens over crest, 60 small
Oh my
crest.
goodness.
Into right 4 half long over crest, 60 past junction. Left 4 over crest jump maybe 40 crest past junction. And right 5 long over crest jump maybe and keep right over crest jump maybe. Into 2 crests. And left 4 tightens over crest don't cut. And open to 130 dip and crest. And caution right 4 over big jump, 40 past junction. Middle over crest, jump 80 through dip. Crest jump maybe. Caution left 6 long over bump. And tightens 4, continues over crest jump and opens and crest jump maybe. Into right 4, tightens 3 over crest don't cut. 60.
Just
Right
got to listen to every pace
crest
note.
bump, 60. Left 4 opens over crest don't cut. 60 past junction. 2 small crests, 100 over bridge. Right 6 over 100 past junction. To finish.
Gonna win the stage. Another stage win actually, so it's coming good again. It's coming good again. Yeah, that's fair, Markness. Maybe that would have been the way to go, but my handling is so bad anyway. Unfortunately, Rapp and Lysenko both get to the end, both close together. Why is Lysenko now being close? It's unreal. I need more competition between the two of them. And we're on to the last stage. So this is it. Basically, we're in the reverse of the positions we need to be in. It's not going to be enough. It's whether Rapp gets a problem or not. And if he does get a problem, how bad is that problem? And can I overcome a 9-second gap to Lysenko. More than 9 seconds. So let's say we need to guarantee it, we need to win the stage by 10 seconds if we want to beat him. But obviously we're only going to see our time, we're only going to see the stage time relative to the stage winner, which could be Rapp, should be Rapp. But if Rapp has a problem, it'll be someone else, it'll be Lysenko. So, alright. This is it. It's a long stage, pit Kjarvi, ending in the stage we just did, and before that the stage we did previously, Yarvin Killer, which I think we won despite a spin actually, so that's 2 stage wins, but I think the stage wins were maybe by a couple of seconds, there was like nothing in it. Your beard is crossed. I can't cross my beard right now. Don't know why I tried that. Alright. Thank you for all the well wishes. Let's get dialed in. Whether you're here live, and you have been for every single one of these 3 Dirt Rally streams, whether you're here for the first time, whether you missed this one but we're here for the previous ones and you're catching up with this later, thank you so much for all of the support. It's been huge fun. I've thoroughly enjoyed, as I always do, reliving elements of my, let's say, young adulthood or teenagehood or childhood with these various games. I've been having so much fun, and obviously your comments and your interaction and you guys helping me out along the way is what makes it fun for me, and knowing that, you know, you guys are also witnessing the same issues with the AI or the same challenges that I'm witnessing, the same mistakes. It feels like we're on a big journey together. So yeah, just wanted to say massive thank you to all of you. I appreciate you so much, and Traction would never be what it is without all of the support we get, whether you're into your rallying or whether you're into your hardcore sim racing or your arcade games or whatever it is. So yeah, just very, very big thank you to all of you, as always, for supporting the stream, for leaving likes, for leaving comments, for getting involved. We will have plenty more video content for you coming up soon across multiple different games, both arcade, sim racing, rally, whatever it is. We will be covering it as always, and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to continue bringing you stuff that you enjoy, and yeah, thank you very much. Right, enough chat. Last stage, let's do it. No worries. Appreciate it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 40, left 5 half long, times 3. Right 3, over crest, continue past junction, don't cut. And left 5 over crest.
Alright, one last push.
Right 3, 40 crest, into caution crest jump maybe.
Stage win by 10 seconds.
Long,
That's what we're looking for.
left 4, into middle over long crest, into left 4 over 80, don't cut, 60. Caution right 3 long, stay mid, tightens over crest, 60 long crest, jump maybe. Left 6, 80 crest, right 6 over crest bump, and crest 40 through there. Left 3 over crest, don't cut. And right 3 opens long, into left 6. Into turn right 4, tight 3 over crest, 80. Right 6 half long over crest, jump maybe. Into middle over crest jump, into middle over crest, and crest, 16 crest, and left 3 opens long, don't cut, into middle over crest, and right 5 opens over crest, continues for 130, and tightens 4, don't cut, 60. Left 6 half long, 100, left 4 over crest, opens long, 60, middle over long crest, past junction, crest, 60, small crest jump maybe 80 past junction, right 6 over crest jump maybe, and continues to 150 over bumps, and crest, into right 5 over crest long 40. The radiator's going.
Apparently the wheels failed. It wasn't my fault. We had wheel failure.
Continues past junction, don't cut. And right 3.
Do you know what? I'm gonna do that again, that stage, just because if I can do the stage again, I think I can. Because look, Rapp's won it anyway, right? Rapp's won the championship, won the stage. Lysenko second. It would have made no difference whether we finished or not. But I just want to go out on a high. Like, I want to set a good stage time. Yes, that is a DNF. We know that's a DNF. But look, someone else, even a Finn, DNF'd on this stage. So it's clearly possible to DNF. Just gonna see that from the TV. As soon as I took flight as well, I knew it was coming. That is why you cannot just essentially. What I've just done is sent it, and that is exactly why you cannot just fully send it.
And left 3 opens long, don't cut. Into middle of crest, and right 5.
This would, yeah, that little crest there totally caught me off guard. Let's see this accident. Pretty good stage up to that point, I would acknowledge. Some mistakes, but generally pretty good. Was this where it went wrong? I think it might be. Yeah. Anyway, the replay couldn't have been more abrupt. Alright, let's try again. We're going to use 5,000 credits of our restart bonus to try and just leave with a bit of dignity here. Honestly, the replay was like, I'm not showing you that. We're just leaving immediately.
1, go. 40, left 5 half long, times 3, and right 3 long over crest, continues past junction, don't cut, and left 5 over crest, and right 3, 40 crest, into caution crest jump maybe, and right 4 half long, tightens, and left 4, into middle over long crest, into left 4 over 80, don't cut, 60, caution right 3 long, stay mid, tightens over crest, 60 long, crest jump maybe, left 6, 80 crest, right 6 over crest bump, and crest 40 through dip, left
Same ditch as
3 over
before.
crest, don't cut, and right 3 opens long, into left 6, into turn right 4 tight 3 over crest, 80, right 6 half long over crest, jump maybe, into middle over crest jump, into middle over crest, and crest, 60 crest, and left 3 opens long, don't cut, into middle over crest, and right 5 opens over crest, continues to 130.
Almost made the same mistake again there, turning left over the crest.
Left 6 half long, 100. Left 4 over crest, opens long, 60. Middle over long crest, past junction, crest, 60. Small crest jump maybe 80 past junction. Right 6 over crest jump maybe. And
This is where it went wrong.
50 over humps and crest. Into right 5 over crest, long 40. Left 5 over crest jump, keep in 60.
Still terrifying.
Right 6, into care, left 6 over long crest and dip. Left 6 over crest jump maybe, and caution crest bump and turn right 4. Crest 80, small crest, and left 5 long bump. Into crest jump maybe, and right 5 long times 3 over crest. 80, over bump and small crest jump maybe, and left 4 times 3 over crest, 80. Care crest jump maybe past junction, and right 4 opens over crest, 80 crest, and left 5 over crest jump maybe, 130. Right 6 continues over 2 small crests, and crest jump maybe, and left 4 half long, crest jump maybe, right 5 half long, and small crest 80 over crest. Right 3 over crest long cut, and left 5 long times 340. Right 4 past junction, over crest jump maybe, don't cut 80. Right 4 over jump 80. Left 6 half long, middle over crest 200 through deck. Caution braking middle over 2 crests and turn square left don't cut. Into middle over long crest, 60. Middle over crest jump maybe 40. Left 4 long.
Starting to slowly remember some of these corners now.
Past junction times 3, 100 past
Which just gives me a couple of seconds. Because you just remember, oh yeah, that's the one where I brake a little bit earlier or later than that, and then you just steal little margins here and there. Not everywhere, obviously, like there, I don't remember.
80 past junction, hairpin left. 40. Crest jump maybe 130.
Again, almost hit that post on the inside.
Junction don't cut, 80. Left 5, 60 past junction. Left
Something so dodgy with the suspension still. It feels all over the place, this car.
Over crest, jump maybe 40 past junction. Right 4 over crest, and left 4 opens 40. Right 4, half long past junction 150. Left 3 over crest 60. Right 4 opens over crest 40. Left 4 long over crest, don't cut 80. Right 4 over crest and middle over crest. And left 4 long and right 5 into middle over crest jump. And right 6, 60, left 5 over 1 times 4 over crest. And crest 100 bump. Into left 5 over crest 60.
It's been a good stage.
Right 3 half long, keep in. Into right 6 over crest, 60 past junction.
Oh, we're fine. I've got a puncture. Shouldn't have said it was a good stage. I just... Every single time I speak. Right, we've got to get to the end now with a puncture in true Colin McRae Finland style. I've lost, I mean, how many times have I said this is good or this is going well and then messed it all up? Still need to pay attention to the pace notes with the puncture, even more so arguably. Sorry, not a puncture, I'm down to the rim now. We're still green, come on! I'm not going to save, surely I'm not going to hold on for 8 seconds though. Yeah, left-handers are very difficult, unfortunately. That's the win gone of the stage. Didn't think I was going to win it anyway. We'll just get to the end. Nope, tree. Oh, it's fine. First 15-second penalty of the whole rally. I thought that would happen more often, to be honest. Or I thought I would maybe see it earlier, but that actually saved us there, that little reset penalty from smacking into a tree. Come on. Let's just get to the end. Ooh, nope, nope, nope. It's fine, it's fine. I've lost control of the mic arm and the car. We're almost there. I think that was the last corner. Maybe we dropped from third. Doesn't matter. We DNF'd anyway. I mean, that was obviously just a little gung-ho run at the end there to see. I mean, to try and see what we could do pace-wise if it was perfect. But the reality is, of course, that what happened was I binned it. So that's why I can't push that hard in every stage. It's simple as that. We finished 37 seconds off. Now, does that drop us to fourth in the standings? Yes, it does. We're behind Wojciech by just 1.5 seconds. So, if I'd I mean, to be fair, I held on to... Oh no, it's a full minute ahead of fifth. So yeah, I mean, that last spin cost us third in the rally. Stopped our season being entirely filled with podiums. It is what it is. We get 309,000 credits. And there it is. 113 points. We were never going to lose third in the championship. Let me try that again. We were never going to lose second in the championship. but obviously we were aiming higher. I tried my best. I think to win that championship, like, maybe I'll do it again at some point down the line. Maybe I'll come back and try and finally win a Masters Championship in a different class. We just need Rapp to not be in the fastest car. We need Rapp to make some mistakes, or I just need to be absolutely perfect. I need to be inch perfect on every rally. Lysenko, even though we know how fast Lysenko is, Lysenko's literally finished 10th, 9th, 14th, 8th, 14th, and 2nd. The inconsistency is crazy, and finished 8th in the championship. So there you go. Oh, the countryman. Oh, what, in the same class? Yeah, I mean, if you give me the setups, Pork, anything's possible. These tracks, yeah, yes, they are facsimiles of real stages. So they're inspired by real stages. There will be bits of these stages that do reflect real bits, famous bits in Finland and in Wales and all of this, Sweet Lamb, for example, but they are not one-to-one replicas of the real stages. That's correct. Oh, look at that. Better luck next time. I was going to watch the replay of my crash, but I think we're beyond it now. And that's it. So we go back to the menu. There's nothing, I mean, in terms of team management and stuff, I don't think there's anything we can improve. We've got the best of the best on the cars. I'm pretty sure 85 is the maximum skill rating you can acquire. Go down to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. Maybe we just need, like, radiator experts in, because obviously you can change what they're good at and bad at. So maybe we need, like, full radiator experts for Rally Finland. I don't know. But as you can see, 85 is, like, the maximum we can do for our crew. Maybe there's a way of improving them. I don't know. And then obviously if we wanted to do another championship, you could pick the class and then you would get into it. So maybe we'll come back to it another day, guys. If you guys enjoyed it anyway, leave a like. Let us know in the comments of the stream when it's finished uploading and is live, or you can let us know right now if you want to see this again at some point. If you want me to try my best to tackle it, we can pick any of these 2001 WRC cars. We can go for 2010 again, pick something different from the Volkswagen, although I'm a bit worried that they're going to be slower. And I mean, the Volkswagen should be the fastest car, and I was right on the limit. I couldn't really afford to take a slower car, maybe. There's F2 kit cars, of course, Group A's, all sorts of stuff. Group B, you could do rear-wheel drive 80s stuff in the BMW, for example. So many options. Awesome, and I appreciate it, Pork. Cheers. Oh, we'll come back one day. Thank you so much for tuning in. As I said before that last stage, it's been a blast. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you all have a great weekend. Enjoy your motorsport, enjoy your sim racing, enjoy your racing games, whatever it might be. Thanks for tuning in. See you again soon. Bye.